Today on Worship and Tribute Nerd, we gush over almost every Kevin Smith movie, except for maybe one or two.
Worship and Tribute Nerd!
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, a.k.a. Rickshaw, and welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd.
Hell yeah.
We got friends here. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello, I'm Fuzz.
I'm Rabbit.
And today we're going to talk about Kevin Smith. We're going to praise him. He is the stoner rock star movie maker of our time.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, and, he has retired like a few times and then came back and, he's
Reinvents himself,
right.
I would say.
He's had
No,
some
somebody
hitters.
just says, yeah, you know what, I'll take a chance. We'll make that movie.
Yeah. They're like, hey, what's his YouTube like these days? Lots of subscribes? Okay, we'll give him money to make a movie.
I'll throw some money at that.
Yeah. But,
Throw it up on the wall, see if it sticks.
dude, I've always loved Kevin Smith, though.
Yeah, he's been amazing. He's done so many cool things. Like, how can you not love Kevin Smith? Like,
Right.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because I'm sure there's people out there that hate his movies, but I guess
I guess I could get why you might hate his
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
but
dick and fart jokes, dude.
Yeah.
That's all.
yeah, bong,
It's not the...
snoochie boochies.
Bong.
Bong. Yeah, so I actually looked up some facts about Kevin Smith today, so we could talk about some of that stuff.
All right.
And this is literally why I say he's like the stoner rock star of our time when it comes to movies, because on his 21st birthday, he saw a movie called Slacker. And it inspired him to make movies, okay? He was just like, I could do that. He went to film school for 4 months, dropped out.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, this is costing a lot of money. I need to make my movie. So I'm going to have to save some money. So he drops out. He drops out of college, sells his comic book collection, gets as many credit cards as he can, maxes them all out, and raises $27,000 to make
legit.
a movie. So
Back then, that's pretty fucking legit.
I mean, in our modern times, can you imagine how much money you could actually scrounge up if you got as many credit cards together as you can?
Like $500.
I could probably.
I gotta prove.
I could maybe get like 20 grand or something, 27
yeah,
grand or something.
I'm an adult. I have good credit for some
Right.
reason. I don't know why.
It's crazy.
Well, you could have like, okay credit, and everyone's still like, give him shit.
Here, give him
shit.
Let's
Yeah.
fuck him over even
I
more.
want to give you more. That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
But we're not here to talk about how much money we have, guys. We're not here to talk about how poor we are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Thank you. Don't say money we have. How poor we are.
I mean,
Talk about
I've been doing this for years, talking about how poor I am.
I know it gets old after a while.
It does. It
Bitch about it.
sucks. It does.
Yeah.
I hate myself.
I'm rich. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You're Richard.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was born rich.
I was born rich. Dude, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard. If you don't tell people that, I will
Never
be
have.
so mad.
Never have. That was the first
Yeah.
time I've ever done that.
I was born rich.
Now you have something to say to people so
I feel
they
like
maybe
if
think you're a
I
douche.
feel like if I said that in high school, I'd get my ass kicked a lot.
You
Yeah,
were
no, real life.
You were born a dick.
Yeah.
I was born a dick also. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Got him. Snoogans.
Come on.
So after Kevin Smith made his movie Clerks, so at Sundance, the movie actually won a trophy. And
They give out trophies at Sundance?
so then, Harvey Weinstein, that guy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He didn't kill himself.
Never heard of it.
but anyways, he offered to buy Clerks from
See,
Kevin Smith,
that's cool.
and then he put it.
Fuck Harvey Weinstein.
He
Yeah, I
just
know.
right.
We'll talk about it.
Right.
Anyway.
Anyways. But so then he distributed his movie in like 55 screens or something in the US.
That's cool.
And it made $3.1 million. So if you ever want to make some money,
Lucky
just go max out all your credit cards, sell
Sell
your
your
comic
book
books,
collection. Boom. Movie.
and
Done.
make a fucking movie.
We got to stop these
Yeah.
guys from making that stupid fucking movie.
Fictional characters. Okay.
But what if some
So,
girl's wanting to fucking suck me in Silent Bob's dick?
She's like, ooh, I want to suck you guys' dicks off.
And she's all like, wait, you were those two fucks. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay,
I
so
love Kevin Smith.
So Clerks, let's talk about Clerks. Where do you guys put that one up? It was in '94. Clerks. That's when
Clerks,
came
because
out.
of it was something that I'd never ever fucking like.
Oh yeah.
I actually didn't watch it until I saw.
Mallrats first.
See, same here.
Yeah.
I saw Mallrats and I saw Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Before I went back and watched Clerks
Yeah.
before Clerks 2 came out, and it was like, what the fuck? But it's one of the best lines ever is try not to suck any dicks on the way to the parking lot. That's one of the best fucking lines
It
out
is.
of any movie
Yeah,
ever.
like one-liners.
That movie, that was like the epitome of just a bunch of stoner, drunk people sitting around going, "Let's write a fucking
Let's
movie."
write a
Yeah.
fucking movie. Kevin Smith did that.
Yeah.
Like all of us that say we should write a movie.
Yeah.
he did that.
He did it. Yeah.
And especially like when you start out watching Mallrats first, like he got a big budget for Mallrats because of Clerks. And then when you go back and watch Clerks, you're like, man, it's like the quality is
Yeah.
like not
It's
there.
like-
But then like by the end of the movie, you're just like so into it, it doesn't fucking
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't
And
matter.
it's fucking awesome.
It's so, I don't know if you could reboot a movie like Clerks.
No,
you
that's
true.
you either make a Clerks 3 or you make
Yeah.
a series about Clerks or Mallrats.
Right.
He did
Combine
all
them.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all
Clerks
those
too,
things.
and the cartoon,
Yeah.
the cartoon Clerks.
See,
whatever.
because I know he was wanting to do. They wanted him to do a Mallrats series. He wanted to make a series, I think, or either do a Mallrats 2 and make a series. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Yeah, there and lately he was talking about he was doing a lot of stuff. He wanted to do Mallrats 2, wanted to do Clerks 3, and then finally settled with the reboot. But yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going with this. Mallrats came next,
Fucking love that movie.
'95.
Love that fucking
Seriously, one of my favorite movies of all time.
movie. Same.
Hell yeah.
And
Fucking Brody.
Right,
dude,
That's where you get Jason Lee.
Jason
Yeah.
Lee,
Yeah.
wasn't that his first movie? I think that was.
That
his
was
I
first,
think
like
it was.
one of his first.
because
I know he was
just
a
a skater.
yeah, he was
kid.
a skater.
And he killed it in that movie, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's, like, the best.
killed it. Every movie he's in.
Touch
he
not,
fucking-
lest ye be touched.
Yeah.
I just love fucking. He's like he tells the story about fucking his uncle like jerking off on a plane. He's like the plane's going down. He decides to jerk off. Everyone takes suit and pulls out their stuff and goes to town. And then he's like the
Pilot levels it out.
The pilot levels it out. Plane levels out. Everything's fine. And then the guy
Never
goes,
speak of it
yeah,
again.
yeah. The guy goes, well, did he come or
Come
not?
up- It's like Jesus
Jesus,
Christ, man.
Jesus, some things can't be said in public.
Dude, that,
I felt like once Jason Lee is like in the Kevin Smith universe, because I feel like he delivers the lines the way that Kevin Smith writes
Yeah,
them.
right.
Like
Exactly.
he was like the perfect match for
right.
That's what I mean. That's what we need. We
Yeah.
like if we seriously if
Without
we did,
him, it's like
if
I
we
don't think
did
it would
get
be
a
as good.
Mallrats too, that would be so badass to bring fucking Jason Lee
Yeah.
back.
But see,
But he's come back in every like
Right, but
reboot
I want him
all-
as the main, one of the main characters
Yeah.
again.
we'll see what's cool to me. What made Mallrats is Jason Mewes. He made it because they weren't even going to take him. He didn't. Kevin Smith and them weren't going to use him as Jay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've read before is that that they weren't going to use him. They didn't want to go with him, whatever, and then they did it. And fuck, dude, he played that part so well. He just played himself.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
I think that's all he's ever done.
Yeah.
Oh no, on that note, I heard that they had Seth Green on call like the entire filming of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Just in case something happened and they needed him. He was like on call to come and shoot that movie.
That's
To
crazy.
do what?
To be Jay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh god, that would
damn.
have sucked if he had played Jay. That
Yeah,
would-
can you
would've-
imagine
Seth
Seth
Green.
Green?
Never
Like Seth
watched
Green
it.
was cool as fuck, but
not. Come on.
not Jay. He's not Jay.
Not addicted to heroin. Cool. Come on, dude.
Yeah, he'll never be that cool.
Yeah, dude, Jay. I mean, the thing about it, like, is in every Kevin Smith movie, Jay and Silent Bob are the secondary stars.
Always.
You know what I mean? Like, until you get to their movies.
One Clerks too, where he's like, we want to just, talking about wanting to buy their own place and they're in the jail cell together. He's like, we do.
Yeah, we got money.
We got the money.
He's like, I love you in a totally heterosexual way.
He's
It's like, yeah, right.
So good. All right, let's keep it going. So next came Chasing Amy.
Oh, dude.
And,
I love Chasing Amy.
Yeah, Chasing Amy is real good.
Dude, so progressive for its time.
For that time. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they talked about shit that wasn't talked about
Yep.
at that time.
which is kind of,
And they-
that's why I like Kevin Smith.
And they just went full tilt into that shit.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And I read that, like the gay and lesbian community was like really upset, like with the way that he like, oh, all it takes is, a girl to wait for the right man. You know what I mean? But like Kevin Smith is like, dude, like my brother's gay. Like
They address that within the movie. Like they joke about it and they're serious about it at two different
Right.
times in the movie. And they address that exact situation. It's like, oh, she just needs a dick. Because
Right.
Jason Lee fucking says that. He's like...
and that was like, and
But then, like, she's serious about it. She's like, do you think I can just change
Right.
because some man comes out,
Yeah.
And it's like, they address that exact situation in the movie. So how can you take that and be offended and be, like, mad about
Yeah,
it after
I
the
don't
fact?
know.
Like, did you not watch the movie?
Obviously,
Like, that was a big point of it.
everything
And she was
everyone-
still a lesbian after that. Like, she
Yeah.
stayed a lesbian. She just had a confusing time.
Even at
and
the
people
end
get
of,
confused sometimes.
Even at the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where they're walking out
Yeah.
of the premiere of the movie, she has a girlfriend.
Yeah, she has a girlfriend in every reboot after that. Every time you see her.
Anyway,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's weird that it.
I just,
but yeah, like
There's no need to
everyone
get
takes
upset about that.
Everyone takes everything out of context immediately
Yeah.
and just plays the.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know.
world we live in now.
Also in Chasing Amy, it was like the first time that we really established like the Blunt Man and Chronic personas,
Which was really
Jay and
cool.
Silent Bob. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that movie was so ahead of its time. Just the way
I
it
think
was
all
written,
of them were really.
the just like their interactions as, well, I don't know how old they were, 25, 26-year-old people, the way they spoke to each other, I thought was really
Right.
Like the first time I watched it, I didn't understand half the shit they said because I was just a dumb kid. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you even talking about, man?
I mean, Jason Lee for sure. Like every time he fucking gets on a rant, he's like, "You miss stuff." That
Oh, yeah.
I keep hearing
Yeah,
newer
you have
and
to
newer
watch
stuff.
It. You have to watch it over
Yeah.
and over
No,
again.
that's the best part
catch all
about
that
Kevin
shit.
Smith movies is the more you watch it, the more like awesome stuff you pick up.
The 10th time I watched it, it was like, oh, I got that now.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're saying he's a stoner rock star, but I feel like he's stoner Tarantino.
Dude,
Because
that's-
his dialogue,
Well, I mean,
His
he's
dialogue is
stoner,
incredible.
He's
Yeah.
stoner Tarantino. He like creates his own world. All his movies kind of fit in that world, and then his dialogue is just off the charts. And
I mean,
to me, that's
the only
like
reason.
Tarantino, but stoner.
Well, the only reason I say rock star is because he like watched a movie and was like, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that," and he picked up a camera and was like,
I mean, no, I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I just feel like my interpretation
Right.
is like he is the Tarantino
Oh, he
of
is,
like
for sure.
stoners.
That's a good-
Like
really
he even
good way
has.
to put it.
They even have in Clerks. They even have their own branded cigarettes, just like Tarantino does. They have the coffin nails,
Oh shit! I did
and
not
he has
know
the
that.
red apple cigarettes. It's like there's a lot of correlation between them too. Wait, I wanted to say one more thing about Chasing Amy.
"Okay,
Goodness,
That's
he's
when we
passionate
first.
about it.
That's when we first get to hear Silent Bob speak.
oh
He
yeah."
tells a story
Oh, he
about
tells a
Chasing
story
Amy.
about
Sorry.
Chasing
Yeah.
Amy. Tell that
The
dumb
first-
Chasing Amy
Yeah.
story.
And then
He
he's
thinks
like,
it sounds
When I
so.
need you, you can tell that stupid Chasing Amy story or whatever.
I love that he goes, "Bitch, everything you don't know about me, I could fit in the fucking Grand Canyon." But yeah,
Moving on.
So yeah, moving on. Dogma.
Dogma. You know, one thing we haven't really talked about in all his movies, not to interrupt you, is the cast that he somehow managed to kind of help get. And
Yeah.
because of him, I feel like they kind of got their star.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck.
Ben
Well,
Affleck,
Affleck, for
like,
sure.
Come
Yeah.
on, like, and Jason Lee, of course. You know, he went
and
on
now
to do cool
we're
things.
getting to
Yeah.
Dogma.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was in it, and
Yep.
who else was in that?
Chris Rock was in it.
I was gonna say Chris Rock was in it. Yeah. But dude,
Selma Hayek
like,
is in
like,
it.
Come on, man! Like, really? Like, that's crazy that Kevin Smith somehow
Yeah.
made Clerks, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden he's getting all these big names to come into his
Yeah,
movies.
he's like playing
I
with
think that's
Slipknot.
incredible.
You know what I mean?
He is right. It's,
Well, this
He's like
fucking
direct support.
Yeah, this fucking pisses me off. You cannot watch Dogma on anything,
Yeah.
and it's because of fucking Harvey Weinstein. Fuck that guy.
But still, like lots of those
no, he
other
owns the rights to
right,
yeah.
but lots of the other ones are Weinstein movies too. But they're on stuff.
But Dogma specifically, you can't watch on any streaming services.
Right.
Like you can't even buy it on. You can't even rent it.
Sometimes it's just random movies that are like that.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean?
No, it's bullshit.
Because I watched.
I want to watch Dogma.
Oh yeah,
I can't watch Dogma.
We watched Clerks today, and it's Weinstein movie for sure.
Was it not on Amazon?
No.
Not
Couldn't
available.
even rent it or
no,
anything?
You can't rent
no
it.
rent or buy.
What the
You
fuck?
have to like find it on a Blu-ray somewhere and buy that.
It could be in the vault. You know what I mean? That term, the vault,
I don't know.
where they're like, we're just not selling it right now,
Careful.
but we'll call it the vault.
Disney.
Right.
You might get sued.
Disney gonna sue somebody.
Dude,
What's your favorite thing about Dogma?
It's an underrated fucking movie.
That's true.
It's when you ask people, dude, Dogma, you say something about Dogma, they're like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, George Carlin as the fucking bishop or whatever is phenomenal because he was adamantly atheist and against religion, and I love that. And Buddy Jesus, you get Buddy Jesus out of it.
And Alanis
Great. Alanis Morissette is God.
Yeah.
God is woman.
Yeah.
I love how Jay takes that like into the rest of the movies forward. He's like always saying she
Oh,
or
yeah.
like
Yeah.
In Clerks 2,
Yeah,
he
he's
talks
like,
about
yeah. It's just like a running joke. He's
Yeah.
like, did you know God looks exactly like Alanis Morissette? I think that was in the reboot.
So, did they ever talk about like where Jay and Silent Bob fit into this? Is this like a real, okay, with all the mixture of the other films, this is a real journey they took amongst that, or is this just different universe in Jay and Silent Bob?
I think
exists?
they're like the thread through all the movies.
They're like the
they're
ride
the
along,
constant.
the ride along characters.
They're the constant, yeah,
Yeah.
through all the movies. All the other
I
actors,
never- I
all the
always
other
wondered
actors
that.
have different. Like Jason
Yeah.
Lee plays 3 different characters.
yeah, and
Ben
Randall,
Affleck plays different characters.
Randall and I could not think of the cashier that
he
works
plays
at the gas
Gil,
station.
Gil Hicks.
Yeah,
or
he
whatever.
plays 3 or 4 different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
he
in
played the
Mallrats,
game show
he
guy.
played the guy in the
Yeah.
game show.
Yeah.
He played all kinds of stuff.
Well, did he come or not?
Yeah. But they're the thread that keeps all the movies, like ties the universe together.
Right.
The
Okay.
whole.
Gotcha.
God, I fucking love this guy.
All right, 2001 next. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That is my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
Is
It's
it?
so good.
My favorite. It's my favorite because you have like Will Ferrell in it. You
Yeah.
have what's her name from American Pie? I can never remember her name.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you have Jed Nelson plays the fucking
Boo
sheriff.
Boo Kitty Fuck.
You have
Yeah.
so many amazing.
Chris Rock is in it again as the
yeah.
director of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, give me a fucking coffee, white boy.
Is there boog in this? Is there a boog in this?
He's like, Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, no,
he's
sir.
No,
there's no spit in it, sir.
It's booger free, sir. He's like, drink this. Drink
Oh,
this
and
coffee. He's like,
Hamels, Mark Hamels.
Mark Hamill
Mark
and
Hamill's in it.
Carrie
Oh, yeah.
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher's dude.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
George
Fucking
Carlin.
Leia Skywalker.
George Carlin plays the fucking hitchhiker.
Yeah.
It's
Sucking dick for
yeah,
the
it's
book of the
definitely-
road. The unwritten book of the road.
What was the biggest? I guess I never looked up what was the biggest budgeted movie he ever had.
I feel like that's.
I feel like that has to be it too.
Oh, dude, because he had way too many people in there otherwise.
Yeah.
But what I do love is that, is it Matt Damon or Ben Affleck that was like, first you do, he tells them how to do the movies, and like, then you do the friend movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you do the serious
when they're
movie.
talking to each other. Yeah. He's like, and then you have a friend, the guy that tells you owe him one, and they both look at the camera.
Yeah.
This looks like a scene from a bad movie. And then Will Ferrell and them turn and look at the camera. I can watch it, and I still watch it like religiously
Just
now.
meta.
Dude.
Super meta. I love it.
Oh, I remember going to see it at the old theater here in Denton behind the mall.
Yeah.
We snuck into it because we weren't old enough to go in. And it was fucking amazing. I fell in love with it and was just like, I love this movie. It's the greatest thing ever. Like when he screamed, I love this monkey. Like, I fucking, dude, the whole,
Yeah.
how,
what's
And
it?
them filming Goodwill Hunting 2.
Yeah.
What is the...
line thing. I don't like the sound of them apples, Will. What are we going to do?
What's the dude who's the security guard?
He was from the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
He always plays those guys. How about when Silent Bob sucks me off while you jerk off?
Yeah.
It's like,
All right, but make it quick.
he's like, after he's done, say, oh my, what a lovely tea party.
Oh, and fucking the pie fucker. The pie fucker
Oh,
had
yeah.
Dawson's River Kid
James
was in
Vanderbeek
it.
and
It's like,
fucking what's his
me and James Vanderbeek are here naked.
I knew it.
We'll give him a minute.
Dude, so many of the good lines in that movie.
This is my friend is gay and he loves the cock.
Dude, it was like, okay, so it's like the end game of Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I
it
thought
built-
Reboot was the end game of the end game for the Kevin Smith movie.
I don't know. I felt like everything led up to Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Right,
Back.
Yeah.
Like,
it did.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like
the
the
first
end game.
time around.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
get all the recurring characters
Oh my god.
coming
Right.
back. Like that was the
Maybe
best.
this is like maybe Jay and
that-
Silent Bob Strike Back was like Avengers Part 1, and then
Maybe like
Reboot
a-
was like
like-
Avengers Part 2.
Yeah, but
Endgame, yeah.
dude, it was oh my god. I could talk about that movie. Just so many different things in that movie where what does Will Ferrell call him? Something butt fuckers, and he says it in the fucking the megaphone, like and he's like, like
We're gonna take a little break, so this is something new that we're gonna do with the green screen and stuff. So tell us if you like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Worship a Tribute Nerd. We heard a few of you out there might have had some roommate problems, and we brought in a very special guest to help call them out. Here today with us is the World Wrestling Champion of the World, Macho Man Randy Savage. How are you doing today, Macho Man?
Doing good, Mean Gene. Oh, yeah. Sundays. Love them.
And tell us about the roommate problems you might have been having.
I've been having roommate problems. I like the person. She's okay. She's all right. We have a talk every once in a while. Oh, yeah. But she with the door open. I don't like that. No. Oh, no. Hey.
Well, that sounds pretty disturbing, Macho Man. What would you like to say to this person that has sex with the door open?
I'd like to say, you're trash, Cassie. Oh, yeah. Nothing but trash over here. Cassie, more like trashy. Oh, yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like something you'd say to a lady.
That isn't a lady. She is a down skank, my friend. Oh, yeah. Everyone talks about how they with the door open. Oh, yeah. I don't like it, no.
And what would you like to say to this person who fucks with the door open?
I'd like to say, Cassie, I'm gonna pound you into a little pile of slut dust. And then I'm gonna snort you up like some pre-workout. Oh, yeah, Cassie. Unless you clean up your act, Cassie. But that's unlikely, because I've known you for years. Oh, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've been a little worked up there, Macho Man. What would you like to... Maybe we should bring in Miss Elizabeth. She's brought you your world championship belt. Maybe that'll help you feel better.
Miss Elizabeth. Hey, Miss Elizabeth. Come on in here, Miss Elizabeth. She brought my belt. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you. Let me see it.
And you just won the World Heavyweight Championship. What would you like to say?
I want to say, Hulk Hogan, come get this belt from me, baby. Oh, yeah. SummerSlam.
And how are you doing today, Miss Elizabeth?
Well, thank you.
Whose interview is this, Mean Gene? Are you here to talk up to Miss Elizabeth?
I'm sorry. I was just asking her
Go
how
ahead,
she was
be
doing.
my guest. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What would you like to... What do you think about this situation with the roommate?
It's not very ladylike.
I would say so. Not very ladylike at all. What would you like to say to this roommate?
I would just suggest doing it with the door closed, kind of like me and Macho.
That sounds like something I would do.
Are you having fun there, Mean Gene? You having fun talking to Miss Elizabeth?
Yeah, I mean, we were just having a conversation.
Let's wrap it up, okay? Okay, all right, good. Yeah, all right, okay. let's
Okay,
go, Miss
wrapped up.
Elizabeth.
Yes, sorry. And there you have it, folks.
Doing rails.
That's the World Heavyweight Champion of the World, Macho Man Randy Savage. We'd like to say if you have any roommate problems of your own, you can email us at worshipandtributenerd@gmail.com.
Hey, we're back, and that was roommate problems in wrestler persona. And if you want us to do your real life roommate problems in wrestler persona, email us at worshipandtributenerd@gmail.com. We're taking if you want your fucking roommates called out for doing shitty stuff, they
I'll
fucking
call him out.
Dude, they leave the
Chad?
dishes all fucking dirty.
I
or
won't even do
something.
it like a wrestler. I'll straight up call him out, dude. Just give me the number.
They fuck with the door open or whatever.
We'll
You know,
ring-
that's
we'll go ring your
it's
doorbell.
fucking
I'll
weird.
ring your doorbell, dude.
Yeah.
We'll hunt you down just like Jay and Silent Bob did after they made that movie. Don't think we
We'll
won't.
find you. We'll find you. All right, let's keep going. We got a lot. We got to
sorry.
cover.
We
We got
Clerks
to
all
cover.
day.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie. That's my favorite Kevin Smith movie. And then Mallrats is number 2, but that is fucking incredible.
Okay. Clerks 2, 2006.
Fucking mighty.
2006. That was a good one also. I remember seeing it in the theater and
I was
loving
so
it.
high when I saw it in the theater.
I think that was the first Kevin Smith movie I actually saw in a theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think all the other ones I just saw on video. Or
I
whatever.
thought we were gonna get thrown in jail because back then at the rave, if they smelled pot, they fucking would take you to jail.
shit.
We were out.
Those were the rough days.
We were out.
I think they still do that.
And
do they not still do that?
No, they now they'll be like, "Hey, you smell like pot. Keep it down."
Hey man, cut that out.
Yo, can I get a hit of that? No, we walked in and we were fucking passing. Yeah, I'm talking about. I don't fucking care. Passing drugs around. We were just smoking pot in my buddy's Jeep or his Bronco, and I was like, dude, we can't go in. We gotta smoke cigarettes or something. They're like, no, fuck it. The whole time I was paranoid, scared to death because the movie is fucking. But it was. I just remember laughing so. My butt got numb because I sat in one spot because I couldn't move, and so I remember seeing it at the rave, and it was fucking amazing. I love Clerks 2.
Loved it too.
More than Clerks 1. I will.
Randall.
Randall's the fucking
It is
man.
a better movie than Clerks 1 for
They
sure.
do some fucking, he says some fucked up shit in that movie too. 2020 would be upset
yeah.
with him.
Yeah,
Yo,
just if you're offended by a lot of things, please just don't.
Yeah.
I
watch
think
that
your
movie.
fiance wants to have a threesome.
Yeah.
Randall probably thinks you're trying to have a threesome now. I fucking love that part of the movie. Oh man, I do love that Kevin Smith's wife's in like every fucking movie.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's awesome. She was one of the
Sissy,
yeah.
Missy, and
One of the cat suits.
And then
I don't know. They were
and
all
if,
fine.
And if you don't leave, I'm gonna show you my pooter. all right. But the donkey show, the whole donkey show was
Kinky Kelly.
yeah,
Kinky
Kinky
Kelly.
Kelly. And he's like, ooh.
He's like,
He goes, ooh, cake.
he's like, ooh, cake. He's like, where's Kinky Kelly? He's like, she's
And he
right
goes,
here.
yeah.
Where's the stud? It's like,
You're
"It's
looking
me."
at him. What is it? What does he
Or he's
call
like,
it?
I'm the stud.
He doesn't. They don't call. He says bestiality is a derogatory
Oh,
term.
it's-
What does he call it?
Interspecies erotica.
Interspecies erotica. Yeah. but Randall, the whole dance scene, I thought that's like the best part of the whole
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
movie.
That's a good scene.
That scene was fucking amazing.
With the Jackson 5
Yes.
plan.
And then the Randall Lord of the Rings rant.
Yeah.
Is honestly one of the best things I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh, and also the part where he's like, Jay's like, I'm bored. Do. He goes, ooh.
Would you fuck me?
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Oh, hell,
he
even
comes out,
at the
he's
beginning, whenever he's moshing to King Diamond,
Oh, yeah.
and he drinks the Red Bull and then punts it and says, "Get the fuck out of here!" That's so good.
Right.
Sorry, I get really excited. These
Hell
two
yeah.
movies
Yeah.
are my favorite fucking
It's
Kevin Smith movies.
Every Kevin Smith and everyone involved in his movies, national treasures. All of them.
They are.
All of them. Even Bruce Willis.
Fuck yeah.
I do think it's funny that he shits so hard on Lord of the Rings and stuff,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're like super Star Wars fucking fanboys.
Right. But that was
It's like it's just as shitty.
But that's before that was before it started getting elite.
That is
I
true.
don't know.
But it was. I made another one of those Lord of the Ring guys throw up again.
I think they were like definitely in the midst of the 1, 2, 3
Well, yeah, if you're
during
if
that
you were like
time.
if you were alive to see the original trilogy, you could kind of be elite. Most of those
Elitist?
people, most of those
I don't
people
know.
probably don't even care
Yeah.
about Star Wars now. Though they're just like, oh, fucking kill me! They made another one.
Oh God, the pillow pants scene is also
that's a good one,
one of the most
Yeah.
fucked up. The music behind it makes it so much better.
Yeah.
It was pillow pants. It's her. It's her pussy troll.
What is he at the end? What does he say about the donkey? He's like, I hope it doesn't have a
pussy or something.
yeah,
troll.
troll.
penis. It's like a
penis,
penis
yeah.
troll.
Oh my god.
He's like, I miss my donkey.
What does he say to Randall? But not the rings, Randall. What does he say? But leave the rings out of it, Randall. He's like, talk about God all you want, but leave the rings out of it, Randall, or something like that.
That's good.
And then when he's masturbating, I'm
yeah.
sorry, Jesus.
Yeah. That's
That shit
national.
got me.
Kevin
That shit
Smith,
got me.
what's up, man?
Sorry.
We met you, Kevin
Which
Smith.
is how I come every single time.
Me too. Sorry, baby. Jesus.
Wow.
Same.
I knew I heard you screaming something every night that sounded the same. It was sorry, Jesus.
Wow,
Richard.
it got weird. Masturbation. All right, cool.
Next we got Jersey Girl in 2004.
Never seen.
Never seen it. I'm
I saw
not
it.
ashamed
I
of
saw
that.
it.
I'm not
You
ashamed
know
of
what?
that.
I saw it and it was all right. But you know what? It's just not one of his,
He one thing I do love about him in this same he throws it out there. He doesn't fucking care if it's good, bad. He just throws it
Right.
out there. He makes what he wants to make, which why I respect him
Yeah,
the most.
I mean, like with some of the, racist jokes that he was making with Randall, it was just like he is an artist. He's just sitting in a room writing. He probably doesn't even think about that shit. He doesn't think about who's gonna get pissed off.
and that's what makes him cool is that he doesn't make it PC.
Right.
Because he doesn't care.
But then it
also,
makes a
yeah, it
point
was a
whenever
way
it's
different
being
time
said
back
too.
then.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like, dude, it's just words. It's just shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I was gonna
also,
say
like it was a different social climate back then. Like you
It
can't
is
really,
true.
that's true.
And to that, and the
Everybody
early-
was saying that stuff. It
Yeah.
wasn't just Kevin Smith. Like,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but I was gonna say this earlier too about Dogma. Like that was when that movie came out. It was like a big
The
controversy.
Catholics were
with, yeah,
very unhappy about Dogma. I actually
Right.
Why?
read an article about that.
yeah,
'Cause
Yeah.
God was a woman, Rabbit. That's
Wait,
why.
I don't understand. Why would they be so upset?
yeah. So apparently
It
Kevin
wasn't
Smith,
a white straight male.
Right. Crazy.
where Kevin Smith lives, they were like talking about going to protest the movie, and there was like I guess there was a Facebook for it or some shit like that, and so online it was like getting a lot of hits, and they were saying there was going to be a lot of people there. So Kevin Smith like looks at all of his friends like, dude, we should go down there, and then they went, and he got caught on camera, and they were like saying, like, what do you think about all this? You kind of look like the guy who directed it. And he's just like, no, that's not me. And he's like, yeah, but you gotta pay attention to all this stuff, like they're offending people out here or whatever. So
Kind of like Randy Blythe
So his-
with the Westboro Baptist Church people that were protesting the show or whatever. He went out there with kazoos, and everybody brought kazoos, and they just played kazoos over the guys protesting. Like, bring your kazoo.
And Foo Fighters did that too on that flatbed truck.
Oh my God!
When
Yeah,
they drove by,
they
there.
drove by and they were playing.
That was great.
Dave Grohl, that's why
That
you're
was
the
great.
man.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
yeah,
but that's fun. But the
yeah.
Catholic uproar, fucking, they hated Dogma.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'm not a religious person, and when I watched it, I was just like, "This is fun satire."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
The whole point of the movie.
Right.
the Jesus folk get real offended by
They do.
stuff.
The
They
title of
do.
the movie is Dogma. That's the
Right?
the entire
What
point
did you expect
of
going?
the movie.
What did you expect going into? Like, oh, this is gonna be a good family, wholesome fucking movie.
Oh, it's
Oh my God, George Carlin.
yeah.
So we had a big jump after Jersey Girl. I guess it wasn't received well. But anyways, in 2008, 4 years later, we got Zach and Miri make a porno.
Dude.
I watched it
Yeah.
Saturday. I watched it on Saturday
Well, I watched
because
it
I
this
watch
week.
it all the time.
I haven't watched it in a while, and I really
It's,
wanted to watch it again.
it's an awesome movie.
Dude,
And we thought that this was the one Kevin Smith movie outside of his universe. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
I mean, that's news to me.
yeah.
So
This-
blow my mind.
Yeah, well, no.
I'm listening.
So when that movie came
Well,
out, there
but-
was no Jay and Silent Bob.
Right.
There was
and
no
Jason Mewes is in it.
but
Yeah.
he's not Jay.
but see,
Right.
That was weird for me, but I loved his character. The
Yeah.
double Dutch
Yeah.
brother is like,
He's like, I'm
you're
working.
jerking me
your
off while
arm.
I'm jerking you
You're
off.
work-
But we're not touching each other's dicks because it's not gay.
It's
He's
not
not
gay.
touching
He's
each
like,
other's dicks.
nice, right? Nice.
I think I just jerked your roommate off.
There's a lot of good lines in that movie. Her name Bubbles.
Her name Bubbles.
Dude, he played a killer part. Ain't nobody want to touch on them titties.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to touch on them saggy ass titties.
Can I get a coffee
Craig
black?
Robinson, right?
Craig Robinson.
Funny
Okay,
people in that movie.
white.
Okay, white.
Yeah, he's like white.
How you gonna ask me if
like-
I'm gonna work on Black Friday?
Oh,
the drunk guy that walks.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Like,
It was, yeah.
Chug it. Football.
you guys
Yeah.
see the game?
That dude's
If
hilarious
that's not
too,
Lee
though.
to a fucking T,
Yeah.
then I
He's
don't
just
know.
like,
And when he's like, "All right, have a good night," I will. I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck your little dog,
he's
dude.
he goes, I need some coffee. I'm gonna drive home.
Drive home.
There was a long stretch of my life where I would just yell "fuck it, chug it"
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yes.
all the time.
Yes. Oh man, that movie. Be careful on the pull out. Be careful on the pull out.
Oh yeah,
really
and then Justin
constipated.
Long's character, he
Justin
meets him
Long.
at the
Brandon
reunion.
St. Randy.
Yeah, yeah, and he's like, I've done some films like you better shut your mouth before I fuck it. That's my favorite one that he says.
Dude, if you ever watch,
It's like Glengarry Glen Ross, but
an all male cast, yeah, but
Glenn fucks Gary.
with his meaty cock. Yeah.
Justin Long, also a national treasure. Justin Long.
But if you watch that scene
Yes.
when he tries to do it, he
His
almost
McConaughey.
cracks like
Yeah.
3 or 4
Oh, yeah.
times. Brandon St. Randy should have his
Brandon
own
St.
movie.
Randy.
Why there isn't a movie
I
about Brandon
love-
St. Randy?
Dude, that would be a
I
good
love
spinoff.
that they brought him back as the lawyer in
Right,
Reboot.
but that's what
That's what
connects.
ties it together.
Yeah, that's what makes it part of the same
right.
universe.
Your mother lives in her closet with her drinking and her makeup. And
Yeah.
okay, I'll introduce you to my mother. All right, I love you.
Dude,
No,
so much good shit.
Seth Rogen at that part where he's so excited about them fighting.
Yeah.
is the
Oh yeah,
best.
he's like, this is amazing. They're just people. And that movie was a failure in the box office because they blame it on bad marketing. But Kevin Smith was like, he couldn't wait to work with Seth Rogen, and then afterwards he's like, oh my god, I ruined Seth Rogen's career. This movie's bombed. But rated R comedy.
I thought it was incredible.
Well, it got bigger after it went back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once it went to
DVD and stuff.
DVD,
Yeah.
I bought it on
That's
DVD.
like every Kevin
yeah.
Smith movie ever.
I know,
It's like,
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
always like a cult hit.
Yeah.
It never does well in the box office. So.
Even Tusk,
yeah.
everyone brings up, and it was like low budget, like no one even knew about it or whatever. In the
That's where he changed. Well, no, the one before that. Where are we at?
let's keep going right
Zack
now.
and Mary?
All right, so
Oh,
we got
yeah.
2010. It was the next one he made, Cop Out.
Oh my god! That one flies under the radar. That movie flies under the radar, and I think that's stupid because I think
It gets
it's an
a lot of
amazing movie.
lot of hate, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I laughed.
I
How
watched
could
it
you not
once, and I wasn't super impressed. But
I mean, I just love
I
Tracy
might-
Morgan.
Tracy
honestly,
Morgan
you're right.
and-
yeah.
and Bruce
I should
Willis.
probably just
Yeah.
watch it again, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll love it. But
I mean, you put,
Tracy
despite
Morgan's
the
fun as
behind the
fuck.
scenes shit, I guess there was a lot of tension and shit, with Kevin Smith and Bruce
Bruce.
Willis, yeah, and then apparently they hated each other, and Kevin Smith was just like, I just want to smoke weed and make movies. So,
yeah,
but
that's what happens when you get a fucking
A
big
big
name.
time
professional,
actor.
yeah,
What's funny,
yeah.
I guess the big time actors that he's been getting, like the Ben Affleck and stuff, he kind of helped Ben Affleck with his
Yeah.
career. So
Yeah.
he,
They
Ben
were like
Affleck
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas
Right.
Bruce Willis was like, I'm fucking Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
You're not
Sure
going to tell
does.
me what to fucking do.
Guys,
Speaking of religion,
right there you go.
Red State.
That was a
This
good
is where
segue.
This
That
is
was
where he
2011. That's whenever he
switches his.
Yeah.
It's a complete. When I saw it, I did not
Well, I
know
mean,
what to
it's-
think going into it.
So Cop Out was also, he didn't write it, he just directed it. This was like they
Right,
took a
yeah.
story and they wanted him
They
to
just needed a
direct.
director.
He
Yeah.
just directed it. So and
He
then-
probably
and
did
then
it to
this
make
one-
money to make some more movies.
Right.
honestly.
Well, yeah,
To make some good movies.
yeah, I'll take a hit.
Yeah,
dog.
I'll take some money and then I'll go make the movies I want to make.
Right.
But this is where these are movies that aren't in his
universe.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were all like horror. It was like a horror.
What about Red State though? Did he write Red State?
Yeah, I actually looked it up earlier,
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
all
pretty
based-
Sure
it's
he
all based
directed
on,
it and wrote it.
Okay.
It's all based on
Westboro.
No, it's not Westboro. It's
I thought it was
State.
Westboro
It's one of
because
those
they go
culty-
protest because they have the Westboro signs.
yeah.
Like they have signs like
Yeah.
the Westboro, and that's why I thought
Maybe
it was a
it
Westboro.
was.
I didn't look
I
too
think
far
maybe
in
it
depth,
was.
which I
might
should
have read that.
Or
it
it's
was
just
Westboro.
like a
It might just be in general.
Yeah,
Like,
it might- all those
'cause, I mean,
culty
it is
religions,
all
yeah.
the same. And but that movie, I didn't know what to expect. Like the first scene where they go to the woman's trailer, and she's like fucking with him, and then she drug him, whatever the fuck, and then take him to their
cult.
yeah.
They were in
Their
like a
cult,
church.
Cult,
They were in a
cult
church,
house.
yeah.
Well,
Club,
they had a
clubhouse.
whole
compound.
a compound.
Like
Thank
a
you.
compound, yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And that whole movie,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what to think. That when they have their standoff with the FBI at
Was
the
that John
end,
Goodman, right?
John Goodman was
John
a
Yeah.
fucking Goodman.
He-
And Michael, wasn't Michael Parks like the head of the
yeah.
dude? Michael Parks.
I just remember from that movie, like they start bagging someone up. They just start saran
Yeah,
wrapping.
no, they have the
And
gag
then-
in his
Oh,
mouth.
Yeah, and then
Well,
they
they have him
like,
like in cages
But-
first.
but
right?
but
then
the
they
best
shoot him in the
line-
head and just wrap it real
But the
fast.
best line though is when he said, "Don't get any spit on you. It'll turn you." I fucking love that part. It's so funny because there's people out there that believe that.
Wow. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah, that movie's wild.
so good.
That movie's pretty.
All right. So after that, he took a little break. I think he was retired after that. And he said he would never. Lots of corrupt shit happening. Lots of.
Yeah, he was fed
you
up
know,
with Hollywood. and
He was fed up
bullshit.
with Hollywood. It's always like you're a failure if you don't make millions. And,
I don't know why he
Yeah,
ever.
he
I don't
wrote
know why
and
he
directed
ever.
both. He wrote and directed it.
Okay. Yeah.
I wasn't
State.
not crazy.
So Cop Out seems to be the only one. Like he just took the
I
the
think
script.
that was just a
and the-
paycheck.
yeah. All right. So after a long hiatus, he decided I'm gonna make a fucking movie again, and he came back with Tusk.
Oh yes.
Which him and a buddy were talking about. It's a movie about a guy who answers an ad where this dude wants someone to live with him and pretend to be a walrus.
Well, it's funny because he's actually a podcaster,
Right. Yeah.
and he's making fun of this kid who's they call him the Kill Bill kid.
Yeah, who
Another Quentin Tarantino reference. But he's like basically the Star Wars kid. You remember Star Wars kid?
yeah.
And then he goes to Canada to interview this kid, and when he gets there, he finds out the kid killed himself playing with his sword. Just fucked up.
Yeah.
So he has to try and find a story while he's up there. Blah blah blah. And then he discovers
The old man who
old man,
wants
which is motherfucking Michael Parks, dude.
yeah.
Rest in peace. That dude is a fucking beast.
Anyways,
He's such a good fucking actor.
Yeah,
Dude,
and-
I've
yeah,
never seen you get fired up over
and-
Michael Parks before.
No, he gets fired up over some movies.
And
See the passion
also,
in his
There's a
eyes.
lot there.
wait, come on, I got this.
We're back.
Go.
Also, Quentin Tarantino crossover. Michael Parks is in From Dusk Till Dawn. Michael Parks is in Kill Bill.
Right.
Michael Parks is in Kill Bill 2. He's in
the
like
Kill Bill reference,
a lot
yeah.
of Quentin Tarantino movies, and it's like a good. I don't know. It's just another.
It's a
Dude,
connection.
that's fucking
yes.
awesome.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Dude, you
I love
fucking-
that shit.
you got
I love
fired
that
up.
shit, dude.
You just got fired up, and I've never seen you get fired up over many things. And I've tried to get you fired up,
All
and
right,
you've
yeah.
never
I
gotten
know.
fired up.
I'm not fired up. I'm
No,
just excited.
it's always-
I'm like a
he
little.
gets excited over movies.
Well, he says he has a bunch of stories to tell. He's lived this long life,
Yeah.
and he has all these stories to tell, and so Justin Long's character goes to find him to
Yeah.
get all these stories for his podcast, and then once he gets there, he gets fucking drugged, gets his leg cut off, and
and then give him a big
then
fin.
it gets really fucked up from there on out.
I watched it one time.
He
and it
gets
was
turned
like,
into a human walrus, and it's fucking dude, Johnny Depp's cameo.
Oh, yeah.
And then the first glimpse of Yoga Hosers is
Right.
in that. The two girls
Yeah,
at the
it's Kevin
gas
Smith's
station.
daughter.
Kevin Smith and Johnny Depp's daughter.
Right.
But
So-
Guy Lapointe,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
And I don't
he's
think
so good.
Johnny Depp even credited in that movie?
No, I think it was uncredited.
Yeah.
And he was in Yoga Hosers, played the same character.
Right. So that was Kevin Smith's passionate return to filmmaking. It's a
Dude,
movie
I
about
gave
a
it
guy
one shot. I
who
gave it one chance.
transforms a guy into a fucking
It's different.
walrus.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. It's actually terrifying.
dude, it's ballsy as
No.
fuck.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me and it haunts my dreams is Justin Long's the noise he makes after he's turned into a walrus. Because they say he like cuts out his tongue and all this stuff. So he's just like all he does is just like and he does it for like 15 minutes of the movie.
Terrifying.
It's like,
Yeah, I've seen movies like that. I can't watch because I'm just like, nope,
yeah,
because that's real. That could happen.
it's kind of brutal.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I watched, like I said,
Anyway.
one time and was just like, nope, I'm good. I don't ever need to see that movie again.
I actually really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But
Of course you do. You guys
Back
are really
to-
fucked up and make stupid movies.
all right.
Yeah.
So next we got in 20.
The whole point of this podcast, Brad.
So 2016 we got Yoga Hosers. He made with his daughter, and everybody hates this one. Also.
I don't hate it. I
Well,
just
I mean, not
wasn't
you.
For
Like,
me,
just a lot of
Yeah.
people do hate it.
I just
not.
respect
I've only
Kevin
seen it
Smith,
once,
so I can't
to
be mad
fair.
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, so I started it one time and I was like, "Bleh," and then I watched it again and paid attention and I was like, I get why people hate it, but I thought it was still pretty fun.
I'm gonna give it.
There was like,
I need to rewatch it. I really want to
Yeah.
rewatch it and give it another chance. The thing that got me the first time is like at the kind of towards the end when like the little hot dog men are
Yeah.
coming out. And then once that started happening, I was just like,
He got a lot of shit for Yoga Hosers, if I'm not mistaken.
think so,
The
yeah.
internet fucking destroyed
weren't they little
him.
Nazis?
yeah, they were little
they little
Nazi
Nazis?
brats or whatever.
Bratzies.
And their podcast in Tusk was the Nazi party.
Oh, yeah.
Notsee
Yeah.
party.
Right.
Nazi.
Oh, and then Maury, right? Isn't that dude's name Maury? The guy from shit like that. Epic Mealtime.
Epic Mealtime.
That dude.
Yeah, he's in Tusk.
Yeah, he's in Tusk. I forgot about that.
He's pretty funny actually.
Yeah, he was
He's
like
a funny dude.
He's like, you come to Canada and you're never happy. All you Americans, you're sad all the time. And he's like, oh yeah, why is that? And he goes, look at that Canadian flag. What do you think's behind that maple leaf? And Justin Long goes,
A white wall.
a white wall. And he's like, yeah, with red stripes. We were red, white, but never blue. And
Not here in Canada, eh?
Yeah, yeah. And Justin Long's like, I guess I never looked at it like that.
It's true.
But yeah, Yoga Hosers was all right. I mean, there's not much memorable stuff to talk about. But,
Yeah.
not
I'm gonna
quote
rewatch it.
Yeah,
I need to give it a rewatch, but I just, man,
I feel you. I understand.
I'd,
But that was also another passion project with his daughter that they did.
And
so,
see, I think it's
you know.
cool that he's, bringing her into everything.
Yeah,
Just like he did his wife.
yeah, and all of his friends. I guess,
Yeah,
too.
I mean that's what
Like,
he does though.
Yeah,
He gets his friends to be in his
Right.
movies, and I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the reboot, yeah?
Dun, dun,
Which
dun,
leads us to the
Endgame.
reboot. 2019.
Endgame.
The end game of all Kevin Smith movies. Anyways, like I read like that people were always like, Kevin Smith, you were the first person to like do all this interconnective movie stuff like before the Avengers even. And he was like, I read Marvel comics. They've done that for like decades.
Right.
So
It's all been connected.
It's all been connected.
But the reboot I thought was funny. I'm upset that Randall wasn't in it. That
I mean, I thought it was awesome.
bums me out.
But you heard him at the beginning. He's like, "Are you looking for Randall? I can tell you where he's at." He's like talking to the FBI or whatever.
Dude, that movie was so good. I mean, it's just like Jay and Silent Bob
Yeah.
Strikes Back.
Yeah.
It's
just more
it's just-
of
it's-
the good stuff
And
you want to
it's-
see.
They make fun of it being a reboot so much, and like the whole movie is so meta, making fun of itself,
it's
calling
all
itself
meta,
out.
yeah.
Like,
dude, it was good, and his daughter was great.
She's awesome.
That scene, what was the website she was on? Whenever she was getting a ride, they were gonna steal that guy's van. Something pedophile.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just sent her nudes. Sent him nudes. He's like, you did what?
I love it. He's like acting like a dad. Like
yeah. So
And it was great.
Yeah.
And I love how many people they brought back. They even brought back the two kids that they sang to when they sold pot
yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
$15, little man. Put that shit in
That
my
was
hand.
fucking dope. I love that. That part made me really happy.
Yeah.
But
then
again, I can't take
that
it
one, too.
serious with those dentures, and I just can't. do it.
Man, he can't change that. His
Yeah.
teeth fell out.
He should have done heroin. Fuck.
His teeth fell out. That's all he's.
Yeah, man. He's,
That's the
he's
best
just
he
working
can do
with what he
now.
got. You know.
Oh, it's true. No, but otherwise, it was really good.
Right.
I fucking loved it. I mean, it's
Like And they even had like, what's her name from SNL? No,
No.
that was her character's
I don't
name.
got
with
it. I don't
the-
have
with
it.
the
I don't
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon-
Yes.
No, wait.
No, Molly Shannon.
Molly
Shannon,
Yeah.
yeah.
Molly
But
Shannon.
Shannon Elizabeth also
Right.
brought
She
back
was in that.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Right.
Oh yeah, that
Brought her
was
character
dope.
back. That
And
was
he's
awesome.
like,
Boo-boo
they're
kitty
like, you
fuck.
can't get on the plane. There's a weight problem. He's like, Silent Bob lost all this weight. Why are you gonna talk shit like that?
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck was married to what's her
Oh,
name
yeah.
from Clerks too.
Yeah.
I can never remember that woman's
Rosario
name.
Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
she was married. I thought that was dope that he threw her in. That was fucking
So
sick.
then where?
But what happened?
Yeah.
But she was supposed to be married to Gil.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
happened
see
to
What's up with that?
Well, that just kind of makes you
They
wonder
had a
if
kid
he's,
together.
if he's gonna
Yeah.
if he's gonna do Clerks 3. Is he
Well,
going to do it?
I don't know,
Because
how are
is
they
he
gonna
Get
do
him
it?
and Randall back together.
Because
That movie was so good.
Yeah,
It
and then I
was-
love how at the end he's like, "Hey, let me tell you a story. Every day when this dude closes, we put gum in the locks."
Isn't that like a full on like reference back to Clerks?
Yeah, from the
very
very
first one.
beginning.
Dude, what bummed me out a lot about this movie, not besides Randall, but the fact that George Carlin didn't, he's not around to make another
Yeah.
cameo in it.
Yeah,
I was
sad.
hoping they would maybe somehow bring it back something, and that sucked. But otherwise, or Carrie Fisher, one of those just really cool
Yeah.
cameos like that.
and then it showed them talking to Stan Lee, saying that
That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And we forgot to bring that up too. Stan Lee made his first cameo
was his
in
first
a
movie
movie
cameo.
yeah,
in
Mallrats.
Mallrats.
Yeah. And that was one of the coolest cameos ever in
Oh, yeah.
Mallrats too.
Yeah. Stan
Fuck
Lee.
you, Steve Dave.
Yeah, that was like his best cameo.
But no, dude, I thought it was a great movie. I thought Kevin Smith killed it, and I thought Ben Affleck killed it. His little teaching moment at
Ben
the
Affleck
end.
always
Oh,
kills
yeah.
it.
Dude,
That's the whole point.
I did not expect that. I didn't know
Yeah.
what he was going to do, and then it was just like, holy fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
And then
because he does it in Strike Back too.
Alyssa Jones
He's
was
like
in
a
it
whole
too.
scene
Oh, yeah.
with him and Affleck.
It was good. I fucking loved it.
Or Holden. Sorry.
Holy McNeil.
Holden.
Yeah. Batfleck like a motherfucker.
You the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
And then
You the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
whenever they're talking to him at his house, he's like, "Yo, Affleck was the bomb in
in
Phantoms."
Phantoms,
Right on.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dude. God, I fucking, all his, the ones that I didn't see or didn't pay much attention to, I'm sure they're cool in a certain way, but I can't get over Mallrats and Clerks 2.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Jay
Like the
Silent Bob Strikes
core,
Back.
Yeah,
the
that's
core
the-
of his.
And I guess because I'm immature as fuck and I love that shit,
I
but
mean, it's
you know,
like at the time, that's what nostalgia is. At the time, it
that's
made you
like-
feel
yeah.
a certain way, and it's always going to be your favorite. And it's
and
never
that's
going
the
to get
time we
topped.
grew up in.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So it's like that's our time, and that will never happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
But some of the one-liners I fucking love. Of all his movies, the stuff that they say is fucking incredible. When he goes on his rant in Strikes Back about how the monkeys are going to take over, and he's
yeah.
fucking
like,
damn yous, damn yous all to
"Use
hell.
all the hell."
That I remember. Back then I didn't see. I mean, I watched dumb movies,
Yeah.
but nothing like that. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, holy fucking shit. Yeah. I just think he's a genius, and his stand up is underrated. Kevin Smith's stand up. Oh, the
love
Chris
when-
Hemsworth.
Oh yeah,
Fucking that is so
He's
good.
so fucking
Yeah.
funny. Like,
He is
how
funny.
is he so fucking
He's
funny?
like, "Oh, I'm Chris Hemsworth. Don't fillet the hologram. It'll burn your mouth.
It's not real. It's
He's
not
like,
a real thing.
He's like, you can take pictures, but try not to take any videos. And he's like, don't take videos.
You humping?
Yeah.
This
And he's like,
hologram.
he's like, don't be saying things like, I'm gonna fuck you until you're Thor. So good.
When he tells the Chasing Amy story
Oh yeah.
at the diner and he's
I love
smoking
the
the whole
Chasing
time, dude, that's such a good part of the movie.
That's like the only time. Whenever he switches to talking, that's the only time he ever seems super annoyed with Jay. Like everything Jay
And Jay and
says.
Silent Bob, where they
Yeah.
come in, the Hollywood Animals comes and steals the monkey, and he's like,
He's like, just say it. Just fucking
you
say
can tell
it.
that Chasing Amy bullshit story, but you can't tell me where the fucking monkey went.
The fucking sign
Yeah.
on the car. Animals of Hollywood.
Hollywood. Say it, don't spray it. I love that part. Say it, don't spray it.
I remember the part too where he's like in Strike Back, where they go to L.A. and they run into Tracy Morgan.
Give me the map, Scott. I fucking
He's
love
like-
that part.
And he's like, "You working? You working?
Oh, yeah.
Jersey 304.
Y'all got health insurance? Or what do you say? Y'all unionizing or
No,
something?
y'all got health over there
insurance.
yet?
Yeah,
You got health over there in Jersey? No, fuck no.
Tracy Morgan. Shout
We're
out.
looking
shit's
for a
funny
movie
as
set.
fuck.
Y'all gonna have to be more. What does he say? Y'all gonna have to be more specific than that because there's movie sets all over the place.
He goes, I know what the fuck you just said, little boy.
I don't know what you said, little kid, but you touched me. See, I could have done an entire video of just Jay and Silent Bob Strikes
Yeah.
Back. I fucking love that movie.
Amazing.
We just quote the whole movie.
I
Yeah.
would quote it. The Will Ferrell lines where he's about to jump out of the drain pipe, and he's like, and he takes off running. That's one of the best parts of the whole movie. God damn it.
Oh man, I have to pee so bad.
All right. Well,
All this laughing's got me.
We've been going about an hour, so we
yeah.
could wrap it up. So hey, remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, we are a YouTube, and if you don't watch YouTube, we have a Spotify, and you could find it on Apple Podcasts. It's true. Also, I hate my job, and I know my friends do too. If you started to donate, just go ahead and donate to ihateghosts@yahoo.com. I'll take donations.
He will.
And then we could do cool stuff like this more often.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Smith, if you ever want to do a video, shout out. What's up?
Dude,
He's like
didn't
the
you
king
ask him to
nerd.
smoke with us once?
When we left the convention, we posted pictures, and Mikey, my old drummer, was like, dude, you met Jason Mewes? I'm like, yeah. He's like, Jason Mewes used to tweet about Iwabo, and I was like, what? And he's like, you could have smoked with him, man. You could have brought it up with him. And I was like, oh, I'm a failure. I didn't know Jason Mewes listened to
the
Iwabo.
only good thing that has ever happened to your band.
At least in the future though, if you ever meet him,
Oh, right,
you got
right.
that in your back pocket.
Just take him an
Bro.
old school Iwabo
Like,
shirt,
check this
dude.
out,
This is
bro.
for you.
This
this
is
out,
for you,
bro.
a vinyl.
All right, let's
And
let
then he'd
Rabbit
be like,
pee.
what the fuck is this? Okay, sorry. Rabbit's got to pee.
Rabbit,
so,
you got a small tank, dude.
Oh dude, it's full.
So yeah, go ahead, leave us a comment. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you like of our videos. Thanks, guys, for being here to do this. Kevin
Oh, yeah.
Smith, what up? See you
We
later.
love you. Watch it.
All right, see you later, nerds.